everyone, I am Nishu and today I am going to proceed the chapter further of life process of class 10th. Children, till yet in this chapter we have discussed that how your amoeba and unicellular organism takes its nutrition from the environment. And today, from now onward, we are going to discuss the nutrition process in human beings. So for that, what are the essential parts which are comprising the human digestive system? Let us know that. Now children, in this topic, we are going to study digestive system in humans. And this digestive system of man comprises of two parts. Now children, what are the two parts which are comprising the human being digestive system? So these two parts which are comprising the system are your alimentary canal system and your digestive gland. These are the two systems which are comprising the human digestive system. So children, let us know that what are the parts which are comprising each of them individually. So alimentary system is comprising means it is made up of. So, or we can say that what are the parts which are included, which are involved in the alimentary canal system. So in the alimentary system of the human beings, the first part is mouth. Mouth is made up of three parts, that is your buccal cavity, tongue and teeth. You are familiar by these names. Then the second part which is making your digestive system is pharynx. Third is oesophagus, then stomach, then small intestine which is made up of three parts, your duodenum, jejunum and ileum. Then your large intestine which is again made up of three parts, ascending colon, transverse colon and descending colon. Children, your large intestine can also be called as colon. So your large intestine is made up of three parts, that is your ascending colon, transverse colon and descending colon. Then your seventh part which is making the human digestive system is rectum. Then your eighth part and the last part at which your digestive system, or we can say that alimentary canal system is getting over, it is getting finished up. That part is anus. So children, there are 8 main parts which are comprising the alimentary system of the human digestive system. Now children, let us know that what are the parts which are making the digestive glands. So children, now let us know that what are the parts which are involved in making the digestive glands. So children, human digestive system, or we can say that human alimentary canal system is made up of 5 digestive glands, and these 5 digestive glands are salivary gland, gastric gland, pancreas, liver and last intestinal gland. Now children, these are the 5 glands which are secreting different type of enzymes from time to time when it is needed. When certain different type of component of foods, when they have to be broken inside the body, inside the digestive system. So these different type of glands, they secrete different type of enzymes at a particular time and help in breaking the complex food material into simple food material. So children, before moving to the digestive gland, now individually we are going to study in detail about all the parts which are making your alimentary canal system. So children, now let us move ahead with the first part, that is your mouth. Now children, this mouth is made up of 3 parts, and these 3 parts are buccal cavity, tongue and teeth. Just now we have discussed this. Now let us know that what is mouth. Now this is our face, and in the face in front of face, this small opening is over here, and this small opening, including the inner parts, all are called as mouth. Now children, what is mouth? How can we define a mouth? So mouth, it is a longitudinal slit-like aperture. Now aperture means, what does this word means, aperture? Aperture means opening. So it is mouth is a type of opening. Now which type of opening? It is a longitudinal slit-like opening. So it is longitudinal. It is longitudinal slit. It is divided into two parts, slit. So here it is a longitudinal slit-like aperture. Now mouth is bounded by labia. When it is a slit, when it is a partition in between, and the mouth is divided into two parts, so something is there in front of which, so that it is guarded by it. So children, in front, this mouth is guarded by, it is bounded by a lips. So this lips is called as biologically labia. So mouth is a longitudinal slit-like aperture. It is bounded by labia, which is also called lips. Now this mouth opens into buccal cavity. Now what is buccal cavity? Now we have discussed this mouth. Now this mouth is opening into this oral cavity. Now inside it, you can see that a cavity is there. Opening is inside the mouth. That opening is called as buccal cavity. Now let us know that what is buccal cavity. Now children, let us know that what is buccal cavity. Now from the lips we are entering now inside the mouth, and inside the mouth there is a opening, big opening, and that opening inside is called as your buccal cavity. Now children, this buccal cavity is also called as oral cavity. The another name for buccal cavity is oral cavity. Now children, this oral cavity inside the mouth is having the floor also and a roof also. The upper part, the top part of the mouth is called as roof of the mouth, roof of the buccal cavity, and the bottom part of the buccal cavity is called floor of the buccal cavity. So children, on the floor, at the lower part of the mouth of the buccal cavity, your tongue is present, and this tongue is having taste buds, different type of taste buds we will be discussing now. So on the floor of the buccal cavity, tongue is located, and on the roof of the buccal cavity, the structure is called as palate. The upper part of the buccal cavity, children, it is called as palate. And if you can feel it by touching it with the tongue also. In the front part, anterior part of the buccal cavity is hard, and when you take your tongue back towards the posterior part of the buccal cavity, you can feel that it is soft, not too much hard like in front, anterior part. So children, the roof of the buccal cavity is called as palate. The front part of the palate is called as anterior palate, and the back part of the palate is called as posterior palate. The front part of the anterior palate is hard, and it is called as hard palate. It is hard, that is why it is called as hard palate. And when you touch your top part with your tongue at the behind portion, at the back posterior part, then you can feel that it is soft. So that part of palate is called as soft palate. So theoretically what I have written, you see, now I have told that this buccal cavity is also called as oral cavity. The floor of the buccal cavity has a tongue. Tongue bears taste buds. Now children, on top of buccal cavity, roof is located, and that is called as palate. The roof of the mouth is called as palate. Buccal cavity is called as palate. The anterior part, the front part, सामने का हिस्सा, the anterior part of the roof of buccal cavity is hard, and it is called as hard palate. And children, the posterior part, posterior means पीछे का, so posterior part of the buccal cavity is soft and it is called as soft palate. So children, this much was about the buccal cavity. Now let us move to the tongue. Now children, let us know about the tongue. Tongue, it is voluntary in structure, glandular in structure and muscular structure. Voluntary, it means that they are under our control. Now children, it is glandular, gland-like structures. Glands are there. Now when I will be teaching you all about the digestive glands, there you will be seeing it that how many glands are present near the tongue. So here it is a glandular structure. It is muscular also, highly muscular structure. You can feel it also. It is very soft, muscular structure. So tongue is voluntary, glandular and your muscular structure. In the last part, buccal cavity, we have discussed that where is tongue located? Tongue is located at the floor of the buccal cavity. Now, this tongue helps in which type of functions? Now, it helps in swallowing. When we eat our food, the food can be swallowed very nicely. So, our tongue helps in swallowing. It helps in creating speech. The words that we come out, the sound that we take out from our throat and from our mouth. So, that is supported by your tongue. Now, children, it helps in mastication and mucus secretion. Mastication means to making paste. The food which we take inside our mouth, that is chewed with the help of teeth and tongue. And tongue is a glandular structure, I told you. It secretes different type of secretion, different type of chemicals. Saliva is also secreted. So the food inside the mouth and with the help of tongue, it gets very nicely masticated, very nicely mixed up and they are broken down. So your tongue is helping in swallowing the food. It is helping in creating different type of sound, speech. It is also helping in mastication of the food and it also helps in mucus secretion. Now children, the tongue has 4 types of taste buds. This you are starting from your childhood and these 4 taste buds are for sweetness, saltness, bitterness and sourness. Now children, this is a diagram of a tongue which I have shown. At the tip of the tongue, in front at the tip of the tongue, the taste bud is located for the sweet. Now children, just behind the sweet taste bud, here you can see I have shown with red color. These are the taste buds which are responsible for the salt taste, saltness. Now behind the salty taste buds, again 2 taste buds are located on both the side and this is responsible for the sourness. And at the posterior part, exactly posterior to the sweet taste bud, here you can see that it is a taste bud which is responsible for bitterness. So children, there are 4 types of taste buds located on our tongue and these 4 types of taste buds are sweetness, saltness, bitterness and sourness. Now let us move and know about the teeth. Now children, we are coming to the teeth and it is a little bigger, vast topic till yet whatever we have discussed from that. Now here we will be coming across with different type of terms and these different type of terms are here thecodont, diphyodont and heterodont. These are the different terms and it is very important for you at your level to know that what are these terms because it is many a times it has been asked in board exams also and it has been asked for regularly in the competitive if you move for any entrance exam and all, there it is asked because it is a common terms which you should know. Now let us know that what are these. Now children, in human beings, teeth are found teeth are present, and you all know that it is playing a very important role in chewing the food, in masticating the food. Now children, different type of teeth are found, different patterns are there of their attachment and setting and all inside the mouth. So on that basis, different terms have been given to the human beings, that human beings are thecodont, human beings are diphyodont, human beings are heterodont. Now children, here dont word is used for teeth, heterodont, dentine. The another word for teeth is dentine, dentine. It is another word which is used for teeth, dentine. Now children, this dentine, from this dentine, the term don't has been taken. So thecodont, don't is a teeth. It means that we are talking about teeth. Diphyodont, heterodont, these are all resembling the teeth. Now children, the first term theco. Theco word has been taken from jaws. Now human beings are having two set of jaws, one on the upper part and then the another at the bottom part. Jaws are present. Two jaws are present on both the side, upper and lower side. And these teeth are fitted inside the socket of the jaws. Now where the teeth are joined, where the teeth are located, they are attached on the jaws. So the jaws are having a socket, they are having a hole like structure inside which your teeth is present. This is a socket, this is a children's socket, and this is a teeth, suppose, and this teeth is fitted inside. So jaws are having a socket, and inside the socket the teeth are fixed. So this type of arrangement is present in human beings, and that is why the human beings are called as thecodont. So children, what is theory saying? That thecodont is present in both the jaws, upper and lower jaw, and it is embedded. Embedded means धसा हुआ, किसी भी चीज के अंदर बहुत अच्छे से अटैच किया हुआ है, अंदर घुस के दबा हुआ है. Embedded it means. So it is present in both the jaws and is embedded in the socket of the jaws. So hence the term is given for such type of arrangement of teeth is thecodont. Now children, moving to the diphyodont. Diphyodont, di means two, phyodont, two types of teeth, two different types of teeth. Now children, you are very familiar that you know that children are having, or we human beings are having two set of teeth. One is temporary teeth and another one is your permanent teeth. The temporary teeth is also called as milk teeth, and the another name given to it is deciduous teeth. So diphyodont, human beings are developing two set of teeth, and this two set of teeth are milk teeth, which is also called as deciduous teeth, and the second is permanent teeth, which is also called as successional teeth. Now children, milk teeth, also called as deciduous, temporary teeth, it from which age to which age does this teeth is present? Now children, when a small baby, you can consider it from the age of 7 to 8. The first teeth when it comes to the mouth. From that age group, from 6 to 7 month of age group till the age group of 6 years of the age. In between this period, the teeth which is present in the mouth of the children's, that is called as milk teeth, or it is temporary teeth. Now this milk teeth is weak. They are not very strong. So they are weak in structure. Now children, this milk teeth replaced after the age of 6 years into permanent teeth, and this permanent teeth is called as successional teeth. Now children, these successional teeth or permanent teeth are the permanent which remains in the mouth throughout the age. And children, always remember, once the milk teeth is broken, permanent teeth can come. But if once permanent teeth is broken, it is not so possible that again the next teeth can come. So only one chance you are having after the falling down of the milk teeth, that is your replacement of permanent teeth. That is why these two set of teeth is present. That is why the human beings are also said to be diphyodont. Now children, heterodont, the third term. Hetero means different, dont means teeth. Heterodont. Now we human beings are having four set of teeth, four different type of teeth. This also you are knowing, you have studied before also in standard 7th, that your human beings are having different types of teeth, and these different type of teeth are incisors, canines, premolars and molars. These different type of teeth, again I will repeat it, that they are incisors, canines, premolars and molars. These are the four different type of teeth which is present among the human beings. Now let us children discuss each of these four different type of teeth separately. So let us children now discuss about different type of teeth, that is your incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Now children, these incisors are the teeth which are located in front of the mouth. Now beside two incisors, this side beside to the incisor lies the canines. Now beside the canine lies the premolar, and beside the premolar at the last lies the molar. Now children, they all are arranged in a sequence, in a pattern wise. In front your incisors are there. There on both the side your canines are there. Then your premolars and then your molars. So four type of teeth are there now. Now children, first let us know that what in how many numbers they are located. Incisors are 8 in number. We are having 8 incisors teeth. Now where are 8? Now children, we have teeth on the upper jaw also, lower jaw also. So in front the 4 teeth which are located on the upper jaw and 4 teeth which are located on the lower jaw. 4 teeth in front of upper and lower jaw, they are your incisors. So 4 on the top and 4 at the bottom. So 4 plus 4 makes your 8. So incisors are 8 in number. Now children, if I talk about canine, now canine are 4 in numbers. Now how 4 in numbers? Now children, in front we are having incisors, and now in both the side of the incisors your canines are present. Now canines are 4 in numbers. Now how they are in 4 in numbers? Let us discuss that. Now children, 4 means 2 on upper jaw and 2 on lower jaw. So beside the teeth, beside your beside your incisors, one on left side of the face and one on the right side of the face. One on both the hemispheres, on both the surfaces, your canines are present. So it makes 4 in number. 2 on the upper part of the jaw and 2 on the lower part of the jaw. So 2 and 2, it makes 4. So 4 are your canines. Now children, moving beside to the canines, your premolars are there. Now premolars are 8 in numbers. So it means that 2 this side on the upper side of the jaw on the left side of the face and 2 on this side of the right side of the face beside the canines. So 2 plus 2, it makes 4. So and similarly on the lower jaw also 2 this side and 2 this side. So 4 plus 4, upper jaw and lower jaw, it makes 8. So 8 in number. Premolars are 8 in numbers. Now children, moving to the molars. Now molars are 12 in numbers, largest in numbers. So 3 on the left side of the face, last teeth, and 3 on the right side of the face, right side of the jaw on the upper part. So 3 this side, 3 this side, it makes 6. And at the lower jaw also 3 on the left side, 3 on the right side on the lower jaw. So 6. So 6 plus 6, it makes 12. So so in this way, your teeth, how many teeth are present, in how many numbers the teeth are present? Teeth are present in 8, 4, 8, 12. It means your incisors are 8 in numbers, canines are 4 in numbers, premolars are 8 in numbers, and molars are 12 in numbers. Children, there is a dental formula also which is given biologically in the medical science. So if I talk here about dental formula, that what is the dental formula for human beings? Dental formula for the human beings. Now children, how many was incisors? So how many teeth we are having? Incisor. Now I will be talking for upper jaw and lower jaw. Settlement will be same. Incisor, canine, premolar and molar. So at the lower jaw also incisor, canine, premolar and molar. These are the two sets. So incisor, canine, premolar on the upper jaw, incisor, canine, premolar and molar on the lower jaw. Now children, incisors are how many in number? 8 in number. So 8 means on the upper jaw it is 4 and on the lower jaw it is 4. How many in number? Canines are there? 4. It means that 2 on the upper jaw, 2 on the lower jaw. Now premolars are 8 in number. Again premolars 4 on the upper jaw, 4 on the lower jaw. Now molars are 12 in number. 12 in number means 6 on the upper jaw and 6 on the lower jaw. So children, how many sets of teeth are there? 4, 2, 4, 6. And what was the actual number? Actual number we were having 8, 4, 8, 12. This was the actual number, and this number is now divided into upper jaw and lower jaw. So we are having 4, 2, 4, 6 by 4, 2, 4, 6. Now children, how many jaws we are having? We are having 2. I told you that we are thecodont. Thecodont means 2 sockets are present, upper and lower. So we are going to divide the teeth number with 2. So your 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4 and 2 3s are 6. Same here, 2 1 2 3. So this is your dental formula for the human beings. Human beings, what is the dental formula for the human being? 2 1 2 3. Hope children you have understood that how this 2 1 2 3 came. This 4 2 4 6. Again we are going to divide now. How it is coming? We are going to divide the teeth into left and right. Just now I have calculated. If I am calculating upper and lower, upper jaw and lower jaw, then upper jaw is having 4 2 4 6 by 4 2 4 6. But when I am dividing the face into two halves, right side and left side, then in between this set is dividing into two. One half is present on the right side and one half is present on the left side. So when I am dividing it, so two incisors will be coming in the left and 2 on the right. So one canine will be on the right side, one on the left side. Then from the 4, 2 will be on the right side and 2 will be on the left side. From the molar 6, 3 will be on the right side and 3 will be on the left side. So hence your dental formula is your 2 1 2 3. Hope children this is clear to you all. So children, now let us go to the theory part again. So incisors is situated in the front. I told you. Now it is sharp. Incisors are very sharp and they are used for cutting or biting the food. Now children, canines. This lie immediately beside the your incisors, and these are used for grasping food. Now premolars, they lie beside the canines, and I told you at the last your molars are present. So along with molar, It is helping grinding the food. The food is getting grinded. It is made paste with the help of molar and premolar. And molar is lying beside the premolar, helping in grinding the food. And children, in human beings, the last molar is called as wisdom teeth. So children, this was all about your mouth, which we have finished today in the topic human alimentary canal, and rest of the parts we will be discussing in the next part of the videos. Thank you.